from you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. He's going to let out to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
Ready, break!
Daniels starts with a pass. Short pass taken in by the tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Ready!
Now it's the Arizona product that is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard.
Cougar 19!
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Has his man, it's Samuel. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the lines. It's a loss of a couple.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That's complete. Some more on the right side. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Washington.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go! Nice!
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's swung out to Eckler. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
You can see the confidence that this play caller has on his opening script. This is a textbook drive here to start the game. Nice job there by the back with a big gain. Sets up 1st and goal.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Krosky-Merritt, and he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Ready up.
A little closer. Here's second and goal.
Ready. Tap to 60. Tap to 60.
Sinnott, the man in motion.
Ready.
On second down, it's Daniel. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? Third and goal coming up.
Crackle 80. Seven Pirates. Seven Pirates.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Want to finish this opening drive with 6. So the decision is go for it on fourth and goal. They'll go with the sneak. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, clearly this coach wanted to come out aggressive early. They decide not to settle for the field goal by going for it on fourth and goal, and they are turned away. What a great stop early in this game by this defense.
And he'll move it out of harm's way. A gain of 3 up to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 4-yard line.
Here's second and 6. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. Oh, gotta be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster. Third and 9. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
The 31-yard line.
Come on. Hit. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
On first and 10, here's Daniel. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Play action. Here's Daniels. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third and long ahead.
Okay, ready? Go! Ready, ready?
Daniels now going to look to throw. Exiting the pocket right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal for the moment. There is a flag on the field. This one is coming back. On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a giant 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run, and this is Cam Scattergood. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jawan Bentley there on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
That's caught, and it's Cam Scattergood. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Giants.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They try to work the screen with Scattergood. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Out of the gun, 3rd down. It's Dart. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he's gonna get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
after the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He has Hyatt complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Throwing is Dart. He's got his man complete to Johnson. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Scatterboo trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the holds here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
One more time, it's Scatterboo. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
He'll try to throw it, and here's Dart. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with the touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays out.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. Defenses control the 1st half, but when will we see some points? Hopefully soon, as this 3rd quarter begins. And with a well plays kickoff. That's what these new rules can do for you. They're going to be back up now to start this drive.
At their own 7-yard line.
He'll start this on the ground with Scatterboot. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
And it looks like he's going to have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal. It is a first down.
The Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Dart. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, a run with Scatterboot. And some good blocking, springing up a gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
He's got his tight end, that's Johnson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Scatterboot. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes Dart. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. They'll run with Scatterboot, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. From the 20, here's 2nd and 4.
Set. Go.
They'll go again with Scatterboot. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. 18. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2. Sets up 1st and goal.
Tracy, he'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. Really nice job there defensively, adjusting on the fly. They loaded up with a lot of big bodies to stop the run. And then it was the big tight end that tried to leak out towards the back of the boundary. So they were able to get there just in time and force the incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, it's Dart. That is caught side of the end zone. Touchdown, New York. His 4th TD grab of the season. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Hold them ready.
Daniels now on 1st down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with the conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. The Commanders about to send this one away. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Dart. Open man is the tight end, Thomas Fedoni. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Let's go.
They run on the jet sweep. They'll take this forward for about 5.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. A carry here for Tracy. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. A run to start the 4th quarter, and here's Tracy. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's a loss of 2.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Third and short. Here's Dart, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll go, and here's Dart. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
They'll go play action here with Daniel. On the move, past the 40. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Washington.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and short, and it's Daniel. He's got his tight end. That's Sinnott. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Flushed to his left. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of a 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Now it's 2nd and 1.
Here we go, set. Cougar, ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. This one taken in by Hyatt. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
From the 29, Here's 2nd and a yard. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun. It's Dart. That's caught left side. It's complete. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
60, go!
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 33 yards. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to run. The Commanders will signal for the 1st of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Dart. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up a 1st down. Try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Tyrone Tracy's touchdown, New York. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
14. Commanders, nothing. To kick off for New York.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Takes over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
10.
Come on, come on.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And it'll bring up second down.
Here we go, set.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Commander's first down.
Okay, ready? Here we go, here we go.
Here's Daniel. Pushed out to his left. Taking off. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
They'll go up now for second down.
Ready?
Throwing is Daniel. Forced out wide. He'll run again. And he's going to be close to the first down. Out of bounds just a little short. Need to pick it up on third down.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before third and inches. That one on target for more. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll go. Here's Daniel. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off. One time out at their disposal, but the more pressing need, have to score twice. It's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Austin Eckler out of the backfield. And it'll be second down.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
Moving to his left, toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's complete to Moore on the right side. They'll come up for first and 10.
Cougar 19.
Daniels gonna throw again. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down. Throwing again, Daniel. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
17 yards. And the Commanders' first down.
To throw is Daniels. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Washington will line up with a 2-point
Now Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful.
Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
First and 10. And they're on 47-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.